We have random experiments. They have their own outcomes. The outcome which favors us is given a name, and that is an event. An event is a set of outcomes you care about. The official definition looks like this. Any subset E of a sample space S is called as an event. For example, if our random event is tossing 2 coins, the sample space would be head, 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 tail, tail, head, and tail, tail. Let's look at few possible events. Now, say someone comes to me and tells, you know what, if I get 2 tails, I'm happy. So the possible outcome will be tail and tail. If someone else comes to me and tells, I need number of tails is at least 1. At least is very important. Means what? 1 is good, 2 is better. More than 1 is better actually. So head, tail, tail, head, and tail, tail. A third person comes to me and tells, I need at most 1. Number of heads is at most. I can't go beyond that. So our possible outcomes are head, tail, tail, head, and tail, tail. So we don't have head and head. Right? Because at most 1 is good enough, 2 is not bearable by me. More than 1 is not bearable. That's the language over here. Sometimes, you can have some kind of an idea which has no possible outcomes in the given sample space. If someone comes and tells, the number of tail that I'm looking is more than 2. Well, we're tossing 2 coins. We can't get more than 2 tails. Right? The number of tails is more than 2. It's not possible. So yes, even null set is a possibility. We can't have any favorable event. Let's look at our traditional example. So our sample space of tossing a coin and rolling a die is just this, right? So we are tossing a coin and rolling a die. Now our favorable event will say it looks like this. I want you guys to pause and think over what's our event. Right? We need a head and even number. So it's very simple and straightforward. So we have a head and a 2, head and a 4, and head and a 6. Those are our possible event. Okay. In most of the cases, what you guys do is you make a huge set of mistake between these two terms, at least and at most. So I would like to make a note on this so that you guys don't mess it up. So starting with at least. So any person talks about at least, they are happy even if it's more than what they are talking about. When we're talking about at most, they are happy if it does not happen. A match which you guys want your team to win is if there is a season, you want at most 1 loss. If they don't lose at all, that's fantastic. But you're like, you know what? If we lose 1, that's okay. So that is at most, right? At least, I want at least 4 games that we want our team to win. More than that, I'm happy, right? So please understand the language, because most of the time I've seen any given grade, you guys get confused with this.